Hello everyone. Today we will introduce you to Alex, a young traveler with backpack and a passport. His search for meaning led him to India, where 7 places would change his life forever. Let's follow his footsteps and see what he discovered. Alex's journey began in Mumbai, a city that overwhelms and energizes in equal measure. It's a place where every sunrise brings a new surge of life and every street corner hums with possibility. The heat, the noise, the endless flow of people. Mumbai is a living, breathing organism. Its pulse is relentless, its energy contagious, and its chaos strangely comforting once you surrender to it. At first, Alex felt lost in the crowd. Just another face in the sea. The city seemed indifferent, swallowing him up in its vastness, making him question his place in it all. But as he wandered, the city's rhythm pulled him in. The sounds, the smells, the colors. Each step became a dance, each moment a lesson in letting go. He watched Dabawalas orchestrate their lunchbox ballet, saw colonial buildings beside glass towers, and felt the city's pulse. Mumbai's contrasts fascinated him. Old and new, tradition and ambition, all woven together. Sitting on Marine Drive at sunset, he realized Mumbai wasn't just a place. It was a mirror. The city reflected not only its own contradictions, but also the ones within him. It reflected his energy, his fears, his hopes. In the city's restless spirit, he saw his own longing for change and belonging. The city challenged him to be present, to find his own pace in the chaos. Mumbai demanded that he adapt, that he listen, that he learn to move with its current rather than against it. He saw poverty and wealth, tradition and modernity, all colliding. Every street was a story, every face a reminder of resilience and hope. In those contradictions, he glimpsed his own complexities. Mumbai's diversity became a lens through which he could examine his own beliefs and dreams. Mumbai wasn't pushing him away, it was inviting him to change. The city's people, with their warmth and resilience, showed him that transformation was possible. It was an initiation, a first lesson in seeing the world and himself with new eyes. Every day brought a new perspective, a new way to understand his place in the world. He wrote, "Mumbai is a mirror. If you look into it, you see yourself." The city's reflection was honest, sometimes harsh, but always illuminating. The city set the tone for everything to come. Mumbai's lessons would echo through every step of his journey, shaping the person he was becoming. Alex's journey had truly begun, and with each passing day, Mumbai would continue to reveal new facets of both itself and of him. From Mumbai's chaos, Alex traveled to Jaisalmer, the golden city on the edge of the Thar Desert. Here the noise faded, replaced by the whisper of wind over endless dunes. He spent a night under a sky crowded with stars, the silence so complete it felt physical. In the emptiness, he found peace, not a void, but pure potential. The desert stripped away distractions, leaving only what mattered. Alex realized we fill our lives with noise, but sometimes emptiness is more beautiful than anything else. He wrote, "It's in that space you finally hear your own thoughts." Jaisalmer taught him the power of minimalism, not for things, but for the soul. The desert's lesson was simple. Sometimes, less is everything. In the vastness, he felt free. He was a small part of a vast universe, and that smallness was liberating. The desert changed his perspective forever. Sometimes, the most profound discoveries come from embracing the space in between. Next, Alex drifted south to Kerala, a land where water weaves through the landscape like veins of life, and time itself seems to slow down. Here, life moves to the gentle rhythm of the backwaters. He explored by houseboat, gliding past swaying palms and tiny villages that seemed untouched by the rush of the outside world. Letting the sun and water set his schedule, Alex surrendered to the natural pace, waking with the dawn and resting as the sky turned gold. The world slowed down. No horns, no rush, just the soft hush of nature and the gentle pulse of the water. He heard only the lapping of water, the distant laughter from a village, and the occasional call of a bird echoing across the stillness. Kerala invited him to listen, to truly absorb the world around him, rather than fill the silence with words, not speak. He watched life unfold along the banks. He was amazed by the torrential waterfalls cascading down from the rocks, with water droplets flying like soft mist, surrounded by dense green trees. In the quiet, he tuned into a different frequency, one that spoke not in words but in feelings and subtle shifts of light and sound. He learned that true connection comes from listening, really listening, to the world and to himself. In Kerala, he wrote, you learn to listen, not to talk. The slow progress of the boat mirrored the slowing of his mind, each ripple a reminder to let go of hurry and expectation. Kerala's lesson was monumental, the wisdom of stillness, the power of simply being. The art of deep listening transformed him. He became a receiver, not just a transmitter, open to the world's quiet messages. The lush landscape reminded him that beauty grows when nurtured by patience, and that silence can be as nourishing as sound. Kerala wasn't about grand monuments or famous sights, but its lesson was just as grand, an invitation to slow down, to notice, to listen. Sometimes, the most important thing you can do is simply be present, letting the world speak to you in its own gentle way. From Kerala's peace, Alex journeyed to Varanasi, India's spiritual heart. On the banks of the Ganges, life and death coexist openly. He saw pilgrims bathing, children playing, and cremations on the burning ghats. Death here wasn't hidden, it was part of daily life, accepted as a transition, not an end. At first it was overwhelming, but soon he saw reverence and acceptance. He realized our fear of death often keeps us from truly living. Varanasi forced him to confront mortality, and in doing so, made life feel more precious. He wrote, life is short and death is not the end. The city taught him acceptance, not just of death, but of all life's contradictions. Varanasi holds the entirety of human experience: joy, sorrow, filth, divinity. True peace, he learned, comes from embracing it all. The cycle of life and death is not something to fear, but something to honor. Varanasi amplified the beauty and urgency of every moment. Here, Alex learned to cherish the fleeting nature of existence. Seeking reflection, Alex traveled to Dharamsala in the Himalayas, home of the Dalai Lama. The mountains offered peace, the air crisp and clear. He joined a silent meditation retreat. No talking, no writing, just sitting and observing the mind. At first, the silence was deafening, his thoughts racing, but slowly the internal noise faded, revealing a deep, abiding stillness. He discovered that silence isn't empty, it's full. It's a space where you can simply be, without performance or explanation. When the retreat ended, he wrote, the silence here, a new sound I had forgotten. He realized inner peace isn't found outside, but uncovered within. Dharamsala gave him a tool, a sanctuary of silence he could carry anywhere. The lesson was internal. Find stillness within, no matter the chaos outside. The mountains were the perfect classroom, but the real journey was inward. Silence became his greatest gift. In Agra, Alex finally saw the Taj Mahal at dawn. The iconic monument exceeded every expectation. Its beauty, its symmetry, its presence. He stood in silent awe, surrounded by strangers united by wonder. The Taj wasn't just a building, it was a feeling, an emotion in stone. He learned its story, a monument built for love, not power. The details, the changing light, the enduring peace, it all spoke of something timeless. He reflected, the most beautiful thing about love is that it remains after we perish. The Taj taught him that what we build out of love is what truly lasts. It's not about grandeur, but about the legacy of human emotion. Love, he realized, is the legacy that echoes through time. The Taj Mahal was a reminder that beauty and meaning endure. In its presence, he felt the power of connection across centuries. The monument's lesson: love outlives us all. The final stop, Hampi, a city of ruins more alive than anywhere else. Here, the past lingers in every stone, and the air hums with stories waiting to be discovered. Among surreal boulders and ancient temples, Alex felt the weight of history pressing gently on his shoulders. Each step echoed with the memories of a civilization that once thrived here, leaving behind a silent grandeur. He explored by scooter, discovering hidden corners and watching sunsets from atop giant stones. The landscape unfolded like a dream, revealing secret shrines, forgotten pathways, and the quiet majesty of nature, reclaiming the ruins. The ruins whispered stories of a forgotten empire, not gone, just sleeping. In the fading light, Alex could almost hear the distant echoes of ancient festivals and the laughter of people long past. By the river, he imagined the vibrant life that once filled these spaces. The gentle flow of the Tungabhadra seemed to carry secrets from centuries ago, inviting him to pause and listen. Hampi wasn't sad. It was magical, alive with the past. Monkeys darted between the stones. Birds sang from temple rooftops, and the golden light made everything shimmer with possibility. Here, Alex felt the sweep of time itself. The vastness of the landscape reminded him how small he was, yet how connected to everything that came before. He wrote, "This is not a place. This is a sleeping time waiting to be awakened." The words flowed easily, inspired by the timelessness all around him. Hampi taught him that the past is always present, that we're part of a much larger story. The market's energy mingled with the silence of the ruins, blending old and new in a living tapestry. It was a lesson in humility and wonder. Standing before the stone chariot, Alex realized how fleeting our own stories are compared to the endurance of these stones. He was no longer just a tourist, but a time traveler, connecting with a lost world. Every touch, every glance, was a bridge across centuries. Hampi was the final piece of the puzzle, the place that left the deepest mark. It was here that Alex understood the journey was about more than destinations. It was about transformation. Every end is a beginning, and even in ruins, there is enduring beauty. Life finds a way to bloom even among the stones of history. Here Alex found what he'd been searching for all along, a sense of belonging to something timeless, and the quiet joy of being fully present in the sleeping time of Hampi. Alex returned home, but India never left him. The lessons of each place became part of his being. He discovered himself as much as he discovered the world. Travel, he learned, isn't about ticking boxes. It's about transformation. The greatest discoveries are the ones we make within. If you had a ticket to India, what would you hope to find? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching.